I am out on my first hunt with the Minelab X-Terra Pro. I'm on my permission of plenty today, which I have done to death. So it'll be really interesting to see what this thing picks up. It's quite windy today. Any wind noise in the video, I do apologise. Let's get to it and see what we can find. Just before we get started, I just want to say that I am running in field 1, 15 kilohertz, and I'm on 5 tones. It's just a little bit of rubbish, but that came up at a solid 57. And I've been over this area quite a lot because this is where I found the silver ring with the buckle on it. In fact, pretty much where I'm sat now. And it just goes to show that there is still signals here. That was a solid 80. Don't know what it is, bit of copper. Looks a bit like a buckle, but it's very thin. It's not a buckle. That was jumping between 18 and 33. I should have known it was going to be rubbish, but yeah, just a little moo tube, so I know to keep out for those jumpy numbers. That was coming up 70 to 72. That's enough to confuse any machine, that, because of the ring shape, and it's quite big. It's a little button. That was jumping around between 38 and 47 on the VDI. So yeah, a little bit jumpy. I'm not sure why it's doing that. I've actually got the coil on the right way around this time, unlike in the last video I had it the wrong way around. I don't know how I did that, but yeah, it's just a little button. We have an old penny that was jumping around a bit, 62 to 66 on the VDI. Sorry, I'm not showing any of the VDI numbers, it's just too windy. I have to cup around the microphone to show you all the little finds. But yeah, that's what that is. It's an old penny. We have a ball of mud that was jumping around 79 to 81. Look, there's something there. Looking at that profile makes me think it could be a buckle. Yep, it's a buckle. That's quite a nice buckle. Do love a good buckle. It's another buckle. That was jumping around 74 to 81 on the VDI. Yeah, nice little buckle. It looks like we have another coin just sitting in there. It's not a coin. It is not a coin. It's something very, very thin. I haven't got my spray bottle with me either. I always forget it. Let me just give that a little bit of a clean up. I have no idea what that is. I'm going to have to give that a better clean at home with a soft toothbrush and figure it out. If there's anything decent on it worth showing, I'll put a picture up. That's what I'll do. I believe we have a button just sitting there. That was coming up 57, 58, so a bit more stable than all the other numbers. Oh, and I forgot to mention what the VDI numbers were on the last find, and that was 37 to 48, I think it was. Yeah, just a button here. I think it's probably got like 2 horses on the front there and a portcullis in the middle. Can't really tell, but that's the guess I'm going for. It's a half penny with a hole in it. That was jumping around 75 to 83 on the VDI. Dug that nice hole, but it was actually just in there. There's a big rock there, so it was just sitting on top of the rock, so it was right on the surface. This is pretty cool. It looks a bit like it's been melted. You can just make out Britannia there. Can't see a date on it. I'll probably never ever know who's on that. It's a piece of an old spoon. That was jumping around 44 to 59 on the VDI. Yeah, just a piece of an old teaspoon probably. A couple of meters away from that other little bit of spoon I had. Now I've got a spoon bowl. That was coming up 50 to 59, and after I dug the hole it was a solid 71. But I think that's just pewter. Pretty sure it's pewter. That is a phone battery by the looks of it. It was quite deep in there. And that was coming up a fairly stable 84 to 86 on the VDI. I'm quite glad I got that out of the ground though. It's a moo tube. I hate these things. 45 to 63 on the VDI, that's what that one was. Very jumpy. This one on the VDI was 25 to 30. And I think it's just an old pocket knife that's disintegrated in my hand. It's a little door handle. 57, 58 on the VDI, so quite a stable one. Solid 74 on the VDI. No jumping about at all with that, but it's just a aluminium washer or harness ring or some form of like tarpaulin or something like that. It's a modern 2p, jumping around between 62 and 70 on the VDI, and then once I dug it up it was almost a solid 80. I think it was 8081. So yeah, just a modern 2p. That came up 26 to 30 on the VDI. I don't know who's on it, but looking at the back there appears to be some kind of bird, an eagle. Makes me think it's an American coin. Never had one of them off here. I've had loads. I've had lots of my first things off here. I've never had an American coin. I don't know what that is. 55 to 59 on the VDI. Part of an old door handle or something like that. I'm pretty sure it's made of pewter. That didn't really go as I hoped it was going to go. I was hoping to film the detector so that you could see the numbers on the VDI doing what they do for every signal and everything I was going to dig, but it was just too windy. I might even set up a little camera on my wrist here so that you can look down at on the VDIs. I'll put it in the corner there or that side. If you want to see the video where I tested the X-Terra Pro on lots of little bits in my garden, including a gold coin, you can watch that here. And thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.